It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is Black Sabbath with Hole in the Sky. And apparently, Chris, old Geezer Butler got arrested the other day for fighting in a bar in California.
Seems worthy of a guy his age, right?
Well, here's my question.
Yeah.
Geezer Butler, 40 years plus in, is kind of a legend.
Kinda, yeah.
Who's going to fight Geezer Butler?
Beats me.
Well, that's whoever fight Geezer Butler was thinking. Beats me.
Somebody looking for some cash, maybe.
I can't even imagine meeting a Geezer Butler in a bar and getting into a fist fight.
I mean, how does that even start? I'm glad Ronnie's dead. Hey, fuck you. I mean, honestly, what would start that? How do you start a fight where Geezer's not like, you know what, fuck you?
Well, who doesn't recognize a Geezer Butler and go, you know what, you and I, step outside, pal?
You think that he wasn't recognized?
I can't imagine he wasn't recognized.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. How could you not recognize a Geezer Butler and then think, you know what, I'm going to go toe-to-toe with this guy? 65 years old.
Maybe that's the point, is they recognized him and said, hey, let's see if this guy will fight back. Maybe we can make some money off this dick.
He's 65.
So what?
Okay. Black Sabbath bassist Geezer Butler was arrested last night on January 27th following an altercation at the Corkscrew Saloon on the Furnace Creek Ranch in Death Valley, California. Death Valley?
What is he doing?
Have you ever been out to Death Valley?
I've not.
There's like nothing out there.
Well, there's the Corkscrew Saloon.
Yeah, well, it's really, there's nothing out there.
Why is he out there?
That's the question I have. What are you doing in Death Valley?
No kidding.
But anyway, if you go along Interstate 15 south of Vegas or north of L.A., depending on which way you're going, and you're in Baker, California, that's like the gateway to Death Valley.
Okay.
You know, and that's the home of the world's tallest thermometer at the Bun Boy.
The Bun Boy.
The Bun Boy.
Great.
The gateway to Death Valley. But anyway, it's way out there in the middle of nowhere. So anyway, the 65-year-old musician was booked at the Inyo County Jail under his full name of Terrence Michael Butler.
Okay.
He was charged with a misdemeanor assault, public intoxication, and vandalism.
Boy.
And has since been released after detox and citation, the Inyo County Sheriff's Department said in a press release. A press release.
Why do they need a press release?
Well, they arrested somebody who was famous, I guess.
So they have to make a press release about it?
It says the full press release. Read this.
I know, but I mean, did they put out a press release for the drunk driver in the cell next to him?
Yeah, for immediate release.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Enough with the press release. You arrested a guy for a bar fight. Would you stop?
Yeah. Well, this is an actual press release on Office of Sheriff of Inyo County, California letterhead.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah. Shortly after midnight on January 27th, Sheriff's Dispatch received a call regarding a verbal and physical altercation that took place at the Corkscrew Saloon, located at the Furnace Creek Ranch property in Death Valley National Park. After the Inyo County Sheriff's deputies arrived on the scene and interviewed witnesses, it was determined that there had been an argument that escalated into a physical confrontation, resulting in an individual being struck and a broken window.
Okay.
Terrence Michael Butler, a 65-year-old man from Beverly Hills, California, was arrested for the misdemeanor assault, public intoxication, and vandalism. Butler was booked into the Inyo County Jail and released after detox and citation. That's what the press release said.
Yeah. If I was him, I'd be like, if there's not a press release for everybody else that's been arrested in this fucking town, I'm suing your ass.
Yeah, it's like, why is there a press release regarding me?
Yeah. There's nothing. I'm a citizen, and I got arrested. So what?
Yeah.
Why do you have to get glory from that? That's really what they're doing.
Sure. Butler was booked into the Inyo County Jail and released after detox. Geezer's mugshot can be seen here. A founding member of Black Sabbath, Butler is also the lyricist of such Sabbath classics as War Pigs, Iron Maiden, and Paranoid. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. And it just tells about what they're up to and yada, yada, yada.
Right.
So anyway. There you go. Geezer Butler at 65 years old. Still got a little fight in the old geezer.
That's right. He's throwing some bombs. Dude, how cool would that be to be in the bar and all of a sudden turn around, there's Geezer Butler throwing down with some asshole.
Yeah, in Death Valley of all places.
Throwing him through a window or some shit.
It's like, fuck you, pal.
Pop.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right. Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
There probably is a press release for everybody who's arrested for anything above, like, shoplifting. I know there is in my town. I mean, that's where, the fucking AM radio station and all the TV news stations get their, a 32-year-old man was stopped. And, they report on goddamn traffic stops that net a bag of pot.
Yeah, it's the police blotter.
Yeah, the police's like public information officer or whatever puts out like a little blurb on everything. So yeah. I'm thinking, and notice the Geezer Butler one, it's not even worded like they even know who he is.
Right.
They don't even say Terrence Michael Geezer Butler, who answers to the name Geez. Nothing like that.
Right.
But my question. He lives in Beverly Hills, but he parties in Death Valley?
That's what I'm saying. What are you doing in Death Valley? I used to live a little south of Death Valley, and I've gone there, and it's like there is like nothing out there. What are you doing out there?
Death Valley, it's all Sabbath-sounding.
I guess.
It's scary. It's evil.
You walk out there, hey, man, where's the death around here anyway?
Yeah. He was looking for inspiration.
Nice.
Really, you're 65 and you don't know how to stay out of bar fights.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, who's picking a bar fight with Geezer Butler?
Maybe he picked it.
Well, perhaps, but who's going to escalate? Yeah, but who's going to escalate a bar fight with Geezer?
Anybody that sees that as a paycheck, I certainly would. If Geezer Butler got up on me and threw a punch, I'd gladly take it. I'd fucking hit him back. You wouldn't hit him back?
It's possible he wasn't recognized because, he's not as famous as Ozzy.
Sure.
He's just that bass player guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of times we see these guys that we recognize because they're in our circle, so to speak, and that the rest of the world has no fucking clue about.
You're right about that, but it's just like, holy shit, really? What are you doing out in Death Valley at a bar?
Come on, Wendell, you've been out in public and you said, doesn't anybody realize we're out here with Don Dawkins?
That doesn't work that way.
Okay. Just fucking with you.
I know.
All right, hail and kill. Fuck you, pal.
Hey, did you hear the praise you got?
He hung up.
Oh, he hung up.
No.
No? You got a praise on our iTunes page. You should have your own podcast.
What the hell would I talk about?
I don't know. That's you got a fan. Got a fan out there thinks you should have your own podcast.
Is it female?
Don't get too excited though, Doghouse, because he said you and Tim James should both have podcasts.
Oh, fuck that. Not together, I hope.
But Chris and I are hateful, racist bigots.
Well, I'm sure we'll get into that later when you unveil your latest blacks behaving bad news story. That's it. I'm gonna pull a Wheezy on this one. I'm gonna make you a bumper for that segment.
There you go.
Nice.
with 1 in a million in the background,
There you go. Time to be hating us some niggers.
Oh.
or maybe some Johnny Rebel.
Right. David Allen Coe.
Like you, pal.
All right, kids, gather round. It's that time again. Time for us to hate us some niggers.
Jesus God, dude. Really?
That's what he was indicating.
Yeah, I know. Don't have to help him.
No, I'm not going to help him.